What is going on, everybody? 2Bob29 back in the lounge yet again. Make sure to kick back, relax, and grab some snacks. Today, it is time for the 8th anniversary Prize Wall Eval. That is right, you got some 8th anniversary cake and you're looking to spend it. I don't blame you one bit. I really wish that I got some more. I feel like this prize wall has some good stuff on it with these skill plates. I think that's always the issue, is that when there's a good prize wall, there's never enough medallions for everybody to get what they want. But nevertheless, this is indeed a very interesting prize wall. So let's go over it right now. What we have here are the 8th anniversary skill plates. I'm sure you have seen plenty of gameplay from me and all the other content creators on their channels recently using practically all of these skill plates. There's no real rhyme or reason to which one you should choose, is what I'm going to tell you. And I will kind of, I guess, address the elephant in the room. There are different price tags on these skill plates. 12.5 for the botch and silence, 20k for the row cross and X, 30k for the blast, leech, and trap gem. So I don't know why. I couldn't tell you why. I have no rationale behind it. For me, this all comes down to who you're going to use. All right, so you can pretty much make a case for at least one character for each of these skill plates, right? It just depends what it is that you're looking for. So like let's just look at the botch one, for example, right? The botch slap plate really helps out Striker Naomi. Do you need to help out Striker Naomi if you have the moment and the gear and the gem damage strap and the skill plates and? Probably not. But if you don't have some of those things and you want to test that out, it wouldn't be a bad addition to your roster. That's a spot that plate can go that you wouldn't feel bad if you ended up picking or getting that plate and using it on that character. Okay? That same logic will carry you for all of these skill plates. I will tell you, I guess, when I go through these skill plates real quick, we can do that now, who I would use the skill plate on if I got one. For me, the botch plate would go on Naomi, Striker. I think that's absolutely where it should go. She uses green moves for green gem damage, which is fantastic, but she also has a red move that generates botch gems, and we also have a red and green for MP trainer in Roxanne, who will give her enough MP to be able to use that red botch move, which isn't for the botches so much as it is for the multiply gems, right? The silence gem plate, that one's kind of a toss-up for me because there's about 3 people that I really want to put that on. I know everyone thinks it's a joke, but Austin Theory A-Town Down actually does a lot of damage with that. And he is someone that isn't very good without it. So the idea that you can make someone into a 6-star gold winner with just this plate, and obviously there's rumble plates involved in the majority of these, it's a nice little pick-me-up. The other one is Veteran Cena. The revamped Veteran Cena is amazing with this plate. And Zombie Bailey, which I'm not sure if all of these videos have been released on my channel as of yet, but if not, they will be within the next few days, give or take. I'm not trying to like overload YouTube with just 6 or 10 videos on a singular day. YouTube will just kind of flag me and you guys will miss a lot of the content. So that's not the goal. But yeah, Silence Gems, Austin Theory, Veteran Cena, Zombie Bailey, pick your poison. The road break plate I'm kind of on. The only person I really have seen that this would be good on would be a replacement to a Devil's Drip skill plate on NWO Macho. You would still need the Yeet plate as the ultimate, and the new revamped matcha would be great with this plate. All of the Wyatt 6 don't work with this plate. Everybody's asked about it, they don't, which is really sad because that was the whole rope break month. If you get the moment for the Wyatt 6, which is also on this prize wall, Pig Boy can't use it because he'll generate too many row breaks. Buzzard can't use it because he only generates a column of row breaks. Rowan can use it, but his blue move generates more multiply gems that are stronger, so it defeats the purpose of this skill plate. Abby's in the same boat. She either makes a column of row breaks, or she makes so many row breaks at random, but also has another move that generates like 3 times the amount for even stronger multiply gems. Buzzard can't because it's just a column and there's no other way to generate them. And Howdy already generates literally the perfect amount of row breaks and multiply gems, whether you have the moment or not. If you don't have the moment, you use Mosh and you generate more multiply gems. If you have the moment, you don't use Mosh and you just make the multi-gem stronger, but it's 49 gems on the entire board. So the entirety of the Wyatt 6 can't use this plate. Someone else that I'm still going to test out is Scott Hall from The Outsiders. I'm not really sure that it's enough to put him over the edge, but he did get a revamp, so I will see, and hopefully you'll see that video of gameplay on my channel in the near future here. But for addressing the point of who I would use, it would be NW Macho with the Death Row plate. The Starcross plate immediately goes on Raphael for me, just like the Chemical X plate immediately goes on Zombie CM Punk for me. Starcross can help out Sonya, but there's other ways that you can mitigate how to use her. Some people were putting the Starcross on Braun Strowman if you generate more cross breaks. I don't think it fits anyone quite as well as it fits Raphael. And again, not to say that there's only one place for it, but if you're getting one plate, you're probably going to want to have someone that you can dedicate for it. The Chemical X plate, like I said, Zombie CM Punk is amazing. 5 MP, you get your finisher loaded, you generate pretty much the entire board of X breaks, and whatever's left turns into ×8s. He's already doing crazy damage as is, and it's a little board dependent based on what X breaks, what they don't go on, what they don't generate on, so whatever's left on the board, but still a significant amount of damage. It's essentially blowing up the board twice. And then there's the Blasting Off Again skill plate, which, boy oh boy, this has been a roller coaster ride of like 3 days of looking at this plate. I'm just at a loss. I've tried to make it work on Earthquake. I tried to make it work on Otis. Shout out to Bro for helping me out on trying to make the Blasting Off Again plate work on Powerhouse Cody. But the Titan plate is just better. There's no way around it. It's just better. For me, if you get this plate, like I did, I would probably argue that Powerhouse Cody's the way to go. If you're looking into trying to make someone hit decent, then maybe Powerhouse Otis is something that you want to do with his purple setup. But man, it's just not a good plate. That's the plain and simple of it. It really just isn't. There's no way around it. The Bloodsucker skill plate goes fantastic on Austin 316. It makes him a 2-move monster hitter. I would be shocked if he doesn't hit for 80, 90, even 100 mil at 6-star gold with that plate. He's great, so that's fine. And the It's a Trap skill plate helps out an excessive amount of people. Some people that are already hitting hard, like Julius, this brings him back to what he used to be. Powerhouse Kevin Owens hits great with this plate. Invis Cena, whose gear is on the month-long midweek prize wall, hits fantastically with this plate. Like, the list goes on and on for the It's a Trap plate. I think that's definitely the go-to for a lot of characters. And the idea is, like, when you really sit and look at all these plates, a lot of these characters essentially make that gem and then break that gem, right? Or convert to that gem. They don't essentially turn the entire board into that color. That's the problem with the Blast plate. It's like, hey, you made Blast gems, great, but now all you're doing is converting blast gems to the color that you want, typically red, because that's what your powerhouses do. The times 8 gems just stay on the board and don't do anything. They're just, a times 8 yellow gem or purple gem, and you're using a powerhouse with red gems. Like, doesn't help. Trap gems, on the other hand, are typically very beneficial after you break them, such as gaining damage or turning the board into the color that you want them to turn into. So definitely in my book, the trap plate is the strongest, and definitely the most versatile when it comes to how many people it can help out. But once again, this is all your decision on who you might use. As I mentioned, the Bloodsucker plate I would for sure put on Austin. I know some people are putting it on Tiffy. It's a trap plate for me. I would end up putting on Inviscina or Julius for sure. Either of them are just absolutely top notch and possibly up there for top of class with that plate. So definitely some strong stuff. But that's going to be it for the skill plates on that wall. Now the moments, right? We have the R-Truth enters the Women's Royal Rumble moment token. You need 4 of these to unlock this moment. This was $20 a day for 4 days if you wanted to unlock it, early, so to speak, which is what I did and what plenty of others did. Some people got the moment a couple of days and then didn't go through with it all 4 days for whatever reason. The moment tokens are here. It's a very nice moment. For the female side of the game, it's pretty much all the females and R-Truth. And it gives all of them some more armor. So with the new shifting of medals, definitely solid in regards to that. We're not going to touch base on moments that we've already talked about numerous times before. The one thing I will mention, Summer of Champions 24 moment token is available here yet again. You need 8 of these, but one of them is available. The Tribute to the Troops is here. Not a bad moment. Stealing the briefcase, good for the Miz. Loser leaves Judgment Day. I'm not really sold on that moment. The Hall of Fame 2017 moment token for Hall of Fame JBL and Ron Simmons. Pretty darn good. The Tori Wilson moment token, way too overpriced. Definitely doesn't fit in with this group of moments. The Beer Bath moment token, which we discussed for both Austins, hugely beneficial. The Wyatt 6 versus American Made moment token, this is like the bread and butter of the prize wall for me. I have 40, just a shy amount, like 50 short of 45,000 prize wall total. And I could get any of those skill plates above, but if you've watched my content and gameplay long enough, you know that I try to get every single moment possible to play every character at their full capacity. That being said, this moment token, there's been a lot of arguments about it that it actually might make some of the Wyatt 6 worse because of how much they generate, and some of them it makes them absolutely top notch. So it's a very weird dynamic that this moment brings, but so does the Wyatt 6, of course. This was the $900 moment that everyone referred to, $900 on the Portal spend event when it first came out. Hasn't been available since then. I will most likely be getting that with my prize wall here. The Tiffy Times Money moment token and the new Bloodline moment token. This one definitely helps out Jacob. This one kind of helps out Tiffy, but not all that great. There's some good moments on this wall, for sure. And this is, if we circle back to what I said at the very beginning of this eval, this is one of those walls that, for me at least, and I have every moment other than this one. This type of wall makes me want to have like 100,000 prize wall. It just wasn't available. Unless I was essentially donating a kidney, it just wasn't happening. There are the high gem damage and move damage straps, 100 to 150s. Again, not too shabby. I don't think that I would risk it on this wall with how much other great stuff there is. But if you have some left over, like 12,500 exactly, then yeah, maybe look into a gem or a move damage strap. Not bad whatsoever. The thing is, again, you have to roll into the class and the era. So 6 classes, 7 eras. You're essentially going for a 1 out of 42 chance that you get the class era combo that you want. and then it's a 1 out of 3 chance on top of that for your 150% damage. So not the best odds there, but it's doable. And then we're moving on to the shards. I'm not really going to bother with the Vader and the Beefcake shards. These seem way too crazy and out of reach for my liking. JBL shards and Simmons shards are so much better than any of the other Hall of Fame shards they have available. It is crazy. I've even seen people in my faction taking JBL shards just so they can recruit him instead of taking one of the 8th anniversary plates. I don't think that's a bad choice. Same with Ron Simmons. I don't think that's a bad choice. I think that this is fine. These are great characters. These guys kind of break the mold in terms of like Hall of Famers that you will most likely use outside of Hall of Fame month. The majority of the rest of the field, you kind of won't use them until they're just a requirement. So, not a bad shout in regards to those. Very similarly to Vader and Beefcake, there are the Hall of Fame Foley shards, Neidhart shards, and DDP shards. DDP is probably the other one that you might use post Hall of Fame month, but again, when you're talking about what else you have on this wall, I feel like that's not enough value compared to everything else you can get. If you're talking about getting a strap versus recruiting a new character, definitely recruit the new character. 250 Rock and Reigns shards, 250 Rhea Ripley shards for under 2K. If you're close on Rhea Ripley, you might as well just finish that out. And some Ray shards, which there was a lot of those during Hall of Fame month. I would not be losing sleep over those. There is the 40 to 150 straps. These are the ones that we get in Feud nowadays. Only 2,500, nothing crazy there. The Star Fragment cases return 20 to 400. Again, not a huge fan of those. If they were 375 flat, maybe, but with the Showdown shop that we currently have, not really stressed about that. And of course, our typical Econ cleanup crew section stuff at the bottom. That was a lot. That was definitely a lot to go over and to cover. But I will say, now that everything is said and done, and now that I can record this moment in history where I will officially have all of the moments, now that we are not selling $900 moments on the portal anymore during a 1 week span, or 2 day span rather, I am going to finally get this moment. The Wyatt 6 versus American Made moment token is coming home to Tubob. The rest of this stuff, I'm going to be rocking about 10K, just like I said, just a smidgen short. So I'm probably going to just deal with cleanup crew stuff. Maybe I'll get some of these straps and hopefully roll a 150 or something like that, because I don't have enough to afford anything else here. I would take the silence plate if I could afford it, but I cannot, unfortunately, and I was not going to spend more money on trying to do that. It just wasn't and isn't worth it to me. So yeah, I'm not going to record the cleanup crew section stuff, but I will record, however, the moment where I recruit this moment to my account, and I will officially be at 61 moments out of 61 moments as of the time of this recording, February 21st, 2025. And while we're here, I will go ahead and max this moment out. And there you have it. So we did it. Finally, that moment has come home, and I have completed my collection once again. So that is going to be it for me on the 8th anniversary Prize Wall Eval. Once again, I'm not going to go through all the cleanup crew items for myself. It's just, like I said, it's just a cleanup thing. It's nothing that you're missing out on. And everybody might need something else and something different. Some people might need coins. Some people might need TP, star fragments, whatever it might be. For me, like I said, I'm probably going to lean towards these straps. And most likely I'll get 40%ers and then, kick myself about why did I do it, stupid. But that's okay. Anyway, that's going to be it for this one. Hopefully you liked the eval. I will make sure to get this out ASAP so that there's still time to make some decisions. Leave some comments below in regards to what you thought about the eval, what it is that you got from the prize wall. Like the video if you haven't done so, subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already, and share with your friends that keep on asking you what they should get from the prize wall. But until next time, everybody, have a good one.